Malema.
Thank you. I think we must make one point very clear that we're not going to be told by Mkhwanazi what must happen, what must not happen. If we are looking for him, we have to find him. And if he's not going to make himself available, we're going to have to summon him. He's the one who started this mess, and he's going to have to take responsibility. He's not going to tell us about commission this, commission that, and all of that. We don't know what commission is doing. We are not interfering with the commission, and the commission must never interfere with us. So, Mkhwanazi must be summoned to this committee. This ad hoc committee, it's established because Mkhwanazi took his own time to say the things he said, and is not going to tell us now that he's not available. The same way he was available to appear on TV with guns and everything else, that is the same way he's going to avail himself to this committee. He needs to be called, and the sooner we call him, the better. And if he's not responsive, you must summon him. Because we must not create an impression that people can just play over us. If we start on this note, we're not going anywhere. That's what we're discussing in the terms of reference, that people must not have an impression that they can choose how they want to do things. He must know now. The commission has to start. He has set certain allegations which led to the establishment of this committee, and he has to appear before this committee. And we want our own sworn statement to our committee. It doesn't make any material difference whether it's got a sworn statement to a commission or not. There must be a sworn statement to the committee. That's our file. That goes into the archives. Otherwise, this committee will never have received any sworn statement from Mkhwanazi, because you used a copy of the statement at the commission. We want an original statement. Let him write an original statement to the committee. Whether he does copy and paste and just change the addresses and all of that, it's his own baby to nurse. But
in 2024, on the 29th of October, to be precise, I received a phone call, Chair, a phone call and a message that came from a gentleman who said to me he's a close associate of the Minister of Police, and that is Mr. Brown. He referred to himself as Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi. This Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi, who had described himself as a close associate to the Minister of Police, indicated to me, which made me believe that he's a close associate of the Minister of Police, because he said to me he was joining the Minister of Police to visit the Lusikisiki massacre that had happened last year. And because I did not trust him, I called the Chief of Staff to try and establish who is this gentleman. And the Chief of Staff did confirm to me that indeed he is a very person close to the Minister of Police. But what surprised me about this gentleman is that he then indicated to me on a message that he sent me, when he said there's an internal attempt to discredit me through the defeating the end of justice case. And as we engage, and I asked him, what is he talking about? He then he sent me a report that was written by the member who, well, not signed, but a report that was written by a Lieutenant Colonel Matthews, who was working under Operational Valomgodi, who was an operational commander at the time. And unfortunately, the report that he sent to me, a letter which I have here before me, was not signed, Honorable Chair and members. He sent me this report, and subsequent to that, he then forwarded the copies of the OB entries that were made at Impangeni police station, where there were indications that I personally stopped the arrest of one senior officer from the correctional service. So that's how the whole thing started. So when he sent me these things, subsequent to that, Chair, before I could even respond to that, the next thing that he had asked me was how well do I know the Divisional Commission of Crime Intelligence? Because it indicates that the Divisional Commission of Crime Intelligence had made a presentation of which he attached the copy of the screen, a presentation the crime intelligence was making, which obviously is either he was part of the presentation where crime intelligence were presenting the divisional policies, which is dated 2024, 2025 on the screen. That's how it was highlighted here. The presentation was made on the 30th of September, 2024. He gave me that screenshot. If he was not part of that meeting, surely someone who was at that meeting was feeding him with this information. So he sent me the screenshot and he says to me, Gerald Khumalo, the Divisional Commissioner of Crime Intelligence, I must check my standing with him. And because he said yesterday he pushed a negative narrative about me on how the cash in transits are happening in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and the fact that I don't want to listen to the advices of crime intelligence when they're giving me early warnings and so forth. And he cited a retired Major General Chika to be amongst the people that were unhappy about my response into their warnings about crime intelligence. So that's a communication that he brought to me. And when I asked him about more details about this thing, where did he get this, and what is General Khumalo specifically saying about me, other than what he's presenting to me? Whether is the leadership aware about what General Khumalo has been saying about me? So he says. His response was, and I quote, "The minister is briefed. He has just arrived at Lusikisiki." So that's why I phoned the chief of staff to try and establish, because this person looks like he's very close to the Minister of Police, and he was traveling with him to Lusikisiki. And I guess the investigation is going to reveal whether did he.
I got somebody insisting that there's somebody who's going around saying he works with me wherever I am. He is there, and I said, "Show me the face." And it got to a point where he showed me the face, and I told him, "I don't know this person." And a week before,
appointed.
Okay. So in the presentation itself, chairperson and members, the person that has been appointed by Parliament to assist the committee in leading evidence is Advocate Norman Arendse, who is the senior counsel. And in terms of the profile, it is noted in there for members' convenience, and then they can actually read it later. And the next slide also shows the two advocates that will be working with him. We have Advocate Maria Mkhwanazi and also Advocate Lerato Zikalala, who are working together with the senior counsel, Advocate Norman Arendse. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. The second item on the report is with regard to the